this week's edition of the GSM's Pride Spotlight. I have a returning guest, and there's a specific reason for it. Blake, welcome back.
Hi.
So we had Blake, he's our inventory manager currently, but actually when we talked to Blake last time, we talked about progression and where he was going to go a little bit in the future, and something came up, right?
Yeah, something definitely did.
So October 17th is your last day in your current role, correct? Or
Correct.
is that your first day?
Well, that's my first day, I guess, in the new role.
Yeah. So Blake is actually going off to college again.
Yep.
Staying
Back
with
to
us,
school.
and he is going to be a technician.
Yep. So I'm doing the Ford Asset Program that Ford offers, and Lou Fuse is going to sponsor me. And a big part of that too, which really helped me out, was that they offer tuition, I guess reimbursement or however you want to call it. So that was kind of a really big push for me too.
And we also pay you while you're working.
Yes.
Which is good.
Yes. So, because with the Ford Asset Program, you do 2 months of the school and 2 months of work. So it'll be kind of nice.
So let's recap a little bit. How's your last couple of years been in your current role?
Definitely a bit of a roller coaster, I guess you could say.
Some ups and downs.
Yeah, some ups and downs for sure. But it's like that's kind of honestly what almost makes it special to me at the same time, is because like even though there were those ups and downs, it's like it kind of helped me realize what I guess I wanted to do and where I wanted to do like where I wanted to go and where I wanted, to do that kind of.
It made you realize you wanted to stay here.
Yeah,
in some capacity.
Exactly, because like it, even though the downs were downs, it's like right after that there'd be some really nice ups, and it's just like it felt more kind of familial, I guess, than really like just a workplace, like just another workplace.
What is it about those situations that made you realize that you are part of something, part of the team, part of the family? What was it about those situations that really made you realize that?
Well, I guess instead of what most other workplaces have done in the past, is instead of just giving you like a critique or something to work on, it's like they almost kind of gave you how do I word it? They almost kind of gave you a way
to fix the problem?
Yeah, to work on the critique or to fix the problem or something like that. And it's not, I wouldn't say all the time that problem was fixed right away, but it's like if you had that patience and that willing to work on whatever the problem was or whatever, was in your way, a solution was able to present itself and you were able to kind of grow from it.
So do you feel that we do a good job of trying to grow people into the right roles?
Oh, 100%. And one of the nice things too that I really liked when I kind of came to you and Brian Knowles about kind of wanting to change my position was that there was no, what's the word for it? There was no pushback. It's like, you were kind of sad to see me go from one role to another, but it was just like you also wanted me to grow, and I saw in myself growth in a new position, and you guys were wanting to cater to that to try to help kind of fuel the fire.
That's one of our biggest things as a store, and myself personally, is my goal is to make everybody better.
For sure.
It gets, it's hard sometimes when we have to get on you guys and deal with things in certain ways, but the goal is to see, you're right. Does it suck that when you're doing so well in a certain role and then you've gone through all those ups and downs and now we're in a place where everything's going smooth, and then you want to, but we would never hold you back from trying to improve your life or your career.
Yes.
That's as soon as Brian brought it up to me, I was like, awesome, good for him, let's do it.
Because that was the thing, was I guess, I don't know, I guess in my own life I just kind of wanted to try something new, and I always kind of enjoyed, working on my own car or whatever it is. And the
other thing is we've had many a conversation, you and I, about where does this next step go?
Yep.
And the problem was, and not that your role isn't an important role, there isn't really a natural transition to the next step.
There isn't, for sure.
Because you kind of, want to say you've reached the pinnacle, but in that area, you've kind of reached the pinnacle.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't really anywhere. It would be kind of more of a side shift into a different role rather than
100%.
a natural improvement. Whereas
100%.
this is now, you are definitely taking a step up in your career.
And I think another part of the reason too, not only for that self-growth, was that I saw I maybe needed to make a shift to another type of role.
Yeah.
So,
and we're glad you're staying part of the team. That's good.
For sure. And that, like I said, that was the really nice thing, was when I made the mention of wanting to shift into a different role, you guys were literally on board from the get-go.
Yeah, we actually, believe it or not, we had to move quick, didn't we?
Uh-huh.
Because you decided right before.
I know, we did.
Enrollment was up.
We did, yep. Which I didn't even realize that till we were already in the process
we had like
of doing
2 weeks to get him enrolled and get him all squared away.
Oh yeah, that was a rush.
Oh, it's a little late, but we can.
We can try.
We'll figure it out.
We'll see what happens.
It was like Blake had to go to all these different places to get enrolled and stuff, and it was like.
I felt like I was driving all over the place.
Yeah, try and get them. So, what excites you about your new role?
I think what excites me the most is, yes, it's a trade job, but like the amount of knowledge that I can gain, because there's so much about cars. Even though I've got like a few years of minor experience, there's still so much that I could learn. And on top of that, there's so much new technology and all this other stuff that they're putting in these vehicles that there's just, I don't know, it's almost like it's endless. Like there's just so much.
On the ground level of all the new EV stuff too.
All that too.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of new learning for all the old guys as well.
Oh, 100%. And one of the things I'm definitely not looking forward to, which one of the guys who's in the Ford Asset program told me, was the diagrams for all the wiring kits. So I'm definitely not looking forward to learning.
So what you're saying is you don't want to be an electrician specialist?
Yes, probably. I mean, I'm sure I could read a diagram, but actually following it through.
Trust me, when I was a technician, I hated that too. I think most technicians do hate that.
Oh yeah. Well, like I know at least just enough to know how intricate all of that really gets, and trying to learn all that's going to definitely.
In cars, the worst thing is not even like a normal electrician. That can lead into so many other different areas that one thing could be wrong, and that really might not be the problem. But it all interchanges. It's a tough one.
Oh, for sure. So, but yeah, no, I'm definitely excited about all the new stuff that I can learn, and just like I said, just growth and everything from there.
Yeah. Well, we're proud that you're sticking around.
Thank you.
We're proud that you're staying with us and not going to venture off anywhere else.
For sure.
It's going to be a little weird not having you around for 8 weeks and then 8 weeks here.
Yep.
It's kind of
that'll be weird for me too.
It's going to be weird because it's such a like permanent figure to be here. Then you just be gone
like
for
just
8 weeks.
Gone.
It's going to be really weird.
I know.
Because even when you take like vacations or you're not here, it's like, where's Blake? Oh, he's off. Oh yeah, we knew that, but it just feels like it should be.
Well, usually I try to at least come up, say hi, kind of figure out what's going on in the front. So it's like that's definitely going to be weird for me now that I'll be focused back in the shop instead of.
So have you got Dalton up to speed?
For the most part, we'll definitely see what happens. I mean, I didn't really have to do a ton because he kind of
somewhat new.
Yeah, he already kind of followed my role as much as he could. It's really just getting him used to the computer side of things, or like the desk work and stuff like that. So.
Well, like I said, I'm proud that you're staying with us.
Thanks
for sticking with us, and thanks for being part of it. And
yeah.
I appreciate you as always, and good luck in the future.
Yeah, we'll definitely see.
That's all we've got time for this week, and I'll see you all next week.